You're coming up to be a juror. Put your request in. Yeah, come on through. What's up, Mamacita? All right. Yeah. If y'all are here to be a
Oh my
juror,
God, here come Bun Bun slow ass.
oh,
Here comes my little empanada. Hey, Bella, baby.
what's good, Bun Bun? Good to see you. So if you are here,
See
so
you
listen, let
today.
me know if you are requesting
Bitch
up.
asshole.
I want to make sure I know. Oh,
Sorry.
hold on, Jar. I mean, yep. Okay. Who else is requesting up to be a juror? Yeah, Trigger King was coming. Wait, hold on. Where's drop? Where? Wait, hold on. Where you at? There's a lot of people that was requesting in. Hold on. And then I have 2 more spaces available. All right, 1 more, and then we're gonna get into it. All right, hold on. This is. Let me see. Are you here to be a juror? Y'all messy?
Yes, I am.
Oh, all right. Cool. All right. So it's FWA versus LaLa. Again, quick. FWA, she get ready to serve some hard time. We don't know when she's going to get sentenced, but common sense, you put hollow tips in somebody's back, ain't much to defend. Shout out to the lawyer, because that's the easiest money that man is going to make. All right. Put the hollow tips in the child father's back. Got on the app, asked her people for money. She said it's still fuck the black people. She ain't fucking with us then, ain't gonna be fucking with us now. She made that clear. However, in back, she had to change her heart. Shout out to the other side of TikTok. They covering a whole series on this. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Anna. LaLa, she has to change her heart. She's like, you know what? At first, she was like, let's all rally behind her, in the words of Laugh. Made the character letter. But deep down, after making that character letter, LaLa says, no, I do have a conscience. What happened to that man wasn't right. I gotta fall back. She decides to start setting up shop. Break fast, ho. So LaLa, she starts setting up shop once she realized why FWA disappeared. Huh?
Bella, I was going to say, you know what? We still don't give a fuck, though. We will never fuck with LaLa. Fuck LaLa for life,
Bun Bun, she's
okay?
in the middle of a fucking sentence. Shut your stupid ass up.
I'm sorry. Damn, bitch. But Bella ain't my
With you, Bun
motherfucker. You
Bun.
see, we always got to argue, Bella. It's a love, hate. I can't stand, man. All right, Bella. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. But I just want to say for the people, I already know we all ain't fucking with her no more. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Ooh, child. Okay. All right. Listen. Nonetheless, the moral of the story, now that LaLa feels like she do not want to be supporting what FWA did, she redacted the statement. She went and spoke against FWA. And FWA feel like she had a gotcha moment with everyone else because while they was covering the LaLa situation, she was taking care of other things. And we'll get into that in the next case. So, my question for the jurors, y'all clearly have been listening in. Y'all been keeping up with what's going on. They claim that this is a possible skit between LaLa and FWA. LaLa said in the audience, clear as day, shout out to the vloggers, that this is not a skit. She is not fucking with FWA and she's standing on that. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts are Jen is the only one that carries skits around here.
You give them folks them $12 back yet?
Bun. Why?
Again, did she give them folks them $12 back yet? That's what we trying to
I'm
figure out.
fucking with her. Man, shut the fuck up, dog. Now you know I'm just playing with you, my nigga. All right,
Okay.
go ahead, Bella.
You going to a shelter or skit too? Okay.
So I think that LaLa recanting her letter, to which she admitted on a different live that letter never actually went directly to the lawyer. She sent the letter to FWA herself. So whether or not the letter actually hit the lawyer or not, that is a fuzzy fact right there, because she admitted that she gave it directly. She emailed it directly, or however her transfer, it went to FWA. It did not go directly to the lawyer. Either way, she recanted that letter being petty. We all tried to warn FWA about the pettiness that exists and the fact that that woman was going to stab her in the back, to which she did. She took it back being petty. She didn't take it back because she really truly thought, oh man, I made a mistake. Oh man, I vouched for this character and this character is not true. If you listen to her words, what did she say? You have to be nice to people when they're doing something for you. Okay, so either the letter was fabricated and you was just being my homegirl and lying about how you truly feel, and or you truly meant the letter, and whether or not we fell out, those characteristics that you claim I have should still exist.
Okay, can we not leave out the fact that she also made it clear she did not send a dime towards her lawyer fees?
Here's my thing, right? That word loyalty get thrown around a lot. Was LaLa loyal? Absolutely not. We seen it in the past, right? LaLa has blackfaced on this app. She pretended to be a black woman. Now with FWA turning on everybody for LaLa, that's her thing, right? She has to sit with that. She has to eat that. Nobody else. Now she never, I don't even think she ever made the letter, or if she did, it was, oh, I'm just gonna get next to you, so whenever you go down, I'm gonna pick myself up. Another definition of a YT person throwing some shit in our face.
Well, I just want to say, since we're speaking on characters, right? Doesn't my memory serve me correctly? Wasn't LaLa trying to keep another content creator's son in prison, and also was trying to write a letter so that the lady couldn't get her money from her lawsuit? So if we talk about
She sure
character,
was.
yeah, she known for doing that shit. Sure did. She ain't shit. Not at all. Not even a little bit.
The blackface. I didn't know she had did the blackface. I didn't know LaLa had done that. That's really disgusting.
Yeah, she did.
I think she's a white nigger. I think that's what she's a WN. We need to call LaLa a WN, okay? Put that in the notebooks. So I'm gonna do videos on WNs and ONs. So
Oxymoron drop queen.
okay. Okay, sorry. No, but seriously. I wanted to say that I just don't think that LaLa was a good friend. We all looking at LaLa as if she was just a box rider or one of FWA supporters, which she admits she doesn't really financially support FWA. As FWA stated, she just gives her screenshots and she's a tattleteller. She a bone carrier for FWA. She's a pit bull for FWA. Well, FWA is her pit bull.
But hold on, so drop, stay right there. Do y'all recall? Let's bring it back. Almost what was it, a month ago, when we found out that apparently LaLa was posting another creator by the name of Queen E. There was a private live held where LaLa was posting Queen E's house. Apparently, a mugshot was posted. So my thing is, although LaLa was doing it, apparently was supposed to be out of retaliation because FWA's son job was called. Apparently, but here's the problem. When I asked LaLa, I said, so you're jumping on Queen E because you claim that she did dirty work for a guy named Mike, or Mike does the dirty work for Queen E. It's one or the other.
Right.
But I asked her, but don't. So wouldn't that mean you're doing the dirty work for FWA? And now let's fast forward. FWA acknowledged that LaLa sends her stuff behind the scenes of people information.
Yep, she
Girl,
sure
that
do.
was
Shout
LaLa
out to the vloggers. See, this is why we need those like all in one Jones. So when these situations happen, when the questions come up, ask and then we get the answer later. Ask it. It's always you claim that you don't do the dirty work for her, but then FWA last week admits that you were in fact doing her dirty work.
Yep. So that's the thing. So Lala stated that she had been on cruising with FWA for about a year and a half to 2 years. But they had actually been friends talking on the back end for 9 months. So my problem is if you call this woman a friend, for instance, if I call Bella a friend and she may do something I don't like, does that mean then I start backstabbing Bella? Because that's what it seems like to me. To me, it was you weren't never her friend.
No,
And
that's right. That is it, and it brings it back to what Jen said. That's her history. That's what she does. So I don't even feel sorry for FWA because everybody tried to warn her stupid ass. That's what Lala do.
So
That's what she does.
Lala
Period.
sent HB's information to Junior Bone. So there's that.
yeah, Lala is not a good
And
friend to anybody.
yeah, shit.
Yeah, because she's only FWA has a good character when she cursing everybody else out, but now her character is changed and she's doing something different that she's cursing you out. No, FWA has been the same to everybody on this app. She has the same character, but you were willing to lie for her in their letter. But when you get cursed out, when you're on the receiving end, now she's no longer a good person, no longer a good friend. I just disagree with that. I just don't think Lala was a good, genuine friend because we keep looking at it as she's a panelist. No, these people call themselves friends and they talked on the back end. So why wouldn't I tell my friend, hey girl, I decided to start me a panel? Why be sneaky with it and tell everybody around us except FWA? Lala is not a good friend.
Because she was gonna build her platform on the back of FWA, so that when friends with allegations went to jail, she had a place to stay.
Friends with
No,
who?
there's no
Friends
if.
with who?
There's no if.
So
There's no
Bella,
if.
so Bella, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm definitely gonna say this. Friends with attitude was good enough to be to defend her, but she wasn't good enough to celebrate our accomplishments with her. But also, again, let's dive deep into this. Half of y'all on this app backstab each other as friends when y'all do have a falling out. So what makes a difference?
So, Candy, let me help you out real quick. Half of them, respectfully, when I part ways with people, I'm not quick to, oh, well, let me tell y'all about this bitch, that bitch, this. I don't do what other people do. Let's start there. Half of them, not y'all. I want to make sure we are clear. Name one falling out where I was the one like, oh, and bitch, let me tell you how she said she did she. You won't.
Them, you're right. I love them, not me. Them.
Respectfully.
Right. But drop. I think she's speaking collectively because I don't think I've ever. We've seen some stuff go down with you and with other people. And I don't think you like ran immediately to say something. A lot of y'all are saying that this is a skit, but I don't think that y'all know white people for real. I don't think that y'all are aware how white people move. This is right on brand. Respectfully, not all white people, but there, because I don't want to generalize, but I will say there is a large number of them that move exactly like this. So it was beneficial to her, right? She was comfortable when black women was being dragged. She was comfortable when black women, whether y'all will use what Junior told us, the situation with HB. She was completely comfortable with HB's business being out there, completely comfortable with those type of things being a thing for her because it did not reflect anything that she had going on. So when y'all say things like, oh, this is a skit, actually no, this is right on brand for individuals like her and her community. Because notice, she did not run to her side, the people that look like her, right? Other pale political pigeons. She did not run to their side of TikTok to tell tell us the most disgusting, demeaning, degrading, egregious things that FWA did. She came to us because she thought that it would be a safe space for us a safe space for her, to vent about the things that she had undergone with a black woman that had advocated for her so much.
I say LaLa is guilty. Sorry. Reason being is because you did not report to your slave in that moment, right? About what you had determined that you was going to do next. So you tell everybody else business that's black, but when it was time to tell your own white tea business, which was you starting a new platform, you failed to report to the same person that you treat like a goddamn slave. So I'm sorry.
But then
Alex,
again,
hold on. So Alex, are you saying that in LaLa's mind, she thought to herself, "Oh, this nigga."
Bottom line, and what she won, y'all had her.
but then again, y'all, but the black people had let LaLa on their platform. So then again, the black people are responsible as well. Y'all can't.
All of them. Not too much.
How would she be able to be on the platform?
Not all of them,
Thank
though,
you so
Candy.
much. You're not wrong. However, the conversation is not a conversation as who let who on what panel. Those things are already defined in the conversation. We know people at LaLa. That's not new information. The case in itself is about, it's various things, right? But one of the things being, was LaLa wrong? Was Friends with Attitude being extremely possessive over her friend? Is LaLa fake? These are all variables in the conversation.
Okay, so let's one thing at a time. So the first question is FWA a coon? Red, yes. Blue, no.
Let me mute.
We're just gonna ask the question. So first question is FWA a tap dancer, a bootlicker for the palm people? Red, yes. Blue, no. Oh, okay. Well, interesting. So that's the first question. You said your next question is a LaLa question. Is LaLa fake? Been fake? Always will be? Let's just let the people decide. Thank you so much for the level up. Y'all are doing so wonderful. Almost at 300K in the likes.
The Mayo Bandit will forever be fake.
I think it's interesting that at the end of the day, the only thing LaLa has to say is, "Oh, she called me all type of bees and hoes and do." And everyone on this panel, just about half of this crowd, has listened and watched LaLa say the same bees and hoes to everybody else. Why are you so offended when it's said to you?
LaLa is doing what YT people do. She came to colonize FWA's platform, period. She gonna change it to a white land. That's it.
I think that is at some point LaLa gonna have to understand. She's disregarding my dinosaur in the back. LaLa gonna have to understand that it's never gonna be you. It's never gonna be us over you. Like, it don't matter if she beat the fuck out of you. It's never gonna be you. So we don't like friends with ammunition. We don't, right? But we still not gonna stand beside you.
Oh yeah, absolutely the fuck not. Let's make that very clear. I've even said too many times that it's always going to be y'all first. I don't give a goddamn.
But Bella, she was hoping that wasn't the situation, right? So when she caught herself, she came in my life and was fooled for that. That was foolish. The other day and was like, "You guys let me up," and I'm just like, "You're a fool. You're not getting let up." So she was in the comment section. My wife came off and was like, "That shit ain't happening." She then tried to come into AJ space. And when people had pushback about what they felt was wrong on her behalf, well, y'all not gonna let me talk. Well, then I'll just leave. The standard white tea victim mentality bullshit that some of us is too hip to not falling for. When she left there, she ran to the next black platform, which happened to be Cavs. She was on the tour, but again, she never went to her side. The bottom line is that she knew. This person is easily impressionable, Friends with Attitude. This person will allow me to degrade, demean black people. Cool. When she did not get her way, what the first thing she said is, "I'm taking it back to the law." One thing white people don't play about is getting your black ass in trouble. She went right back and said, "I'm going to redact my statements." She was right in the word that she used. Redacting meaning to take away something that is law, that is like written off on a document. She said, "I am going to redact my statement." She had every intention on only monetizing on this black woman's platform, building on this black woman's platform, and tearing down black people. She is an agent of chaos. She is not my motherfucking friend. This male marching munchkin, pale political pigeon had intentions from the beginning. Friends with attitude, dead ass wrong for the way that you do black people. But look at how the person that you uplift every single day did your black ass. And that's all I gotta say.
That's facts. But also another thing with friends with attempted murder charges, you didn't want nothing to do with Messy Talk until you needed Messy Talk's money. That's when you then again you sit there and turned on this bitch too, cause you're not gonna tell me you let this lady call somebody nappy headed in some motion on your panel, and now you mad cause she didn't tell you that she pressed the live button. Girl, you realize that you needed to get back on this side, and it ain't doing it. So friends with assaults, we don't want it.
But you know what? So hold on, y'all. So Jen, did you know that FWA also said, okay, well, I'm not fucking with LaLa no more, so now there's no reason for y'all to not support me. So now I gotta pose another question. Do FWA
You
only...
missing it though, Bella. You really missing it because she also did say that I think if I'm not mistaken, 2 days ago or yesterday, that actually LaLa did use microaggressions. Well, one time we was on a live and she did state that LaLa did not use microaggressions. Now that she's not friends with her, now she had used microaggressions. So that's why I kind of don't feel bad for her because you kind of made your own motherfucking bed.
Okay. Yeah.
So Bella, do you remember when the YT people came here and they had so much to say about LaLa? Now, looking back at then versus now, do you think they told the truth?
They right here. They've been, and I don't want them to feel. I don't want nobody to feel disrespected. Let's start there. But they've been here, and that's the thing. They've been here. They've been watching. They've been supporting. The difference is, I do not feel the need to take these beautiful roses and say, "Oh, guys, the whites are here." It's not that fucking serious. They here. They support the live. But I'm not about to sit here and put them on a fucking trophy like, oh, their support is the end all be all. And that's the problem that I always have with FWA is her stance, her mentality like, oh, having the whites sit with me is just so superior. It's weird. They've been over here. What they said, yes. Just because they said it doesn't mean that their word is Bible. Our people been saying it. All they did was acknowledge what we were saying to be true. But again, the whites know we fuck with them over here. It ain't no need to do all the extra shit like, yeah, I'm cool with the whites. It's not, stop.
But Bella, that's been going on for generations. Because if now you think about the athletes who date white women and don't date the black women, thinking that they're gonna open up a door by dating them. I mean, it could go either way, right? She probably feels like, okay, the white people is gonna spend more money than the black people. So you gotta look at it as a whole, right?
Thank you for saying that, Candy.
You can't just look at it for just what it is. It's like a whole. This been going around for generations.
So okay, but we're not talking about generation. We're talking about the topic at hand. So this audience member says she accused black people of making her choose, but in the end she chose LaLa stay woke. I'm making it clear that everybody on this side do have white people over here that do support their platform. We are not the ones who put them on a pedestal. FWA did so much so that she literally said, I don't need y'all. I don't need it. She very vogue, very clear that she don't need us. I got my own content. I got this. I got this. I got that. It was just all about her and the whites. That's what she wanted. We was no longer even considered Messy Talk. We were at some point the blacks, as if she's something else. I'm telling y'all. It's the shit she was saying that now that her and LaLa are not fucking with each other, now it's supposed to be, oh, LaLa's no longer here. Now it's no excuse for y'all to not support me. So my thing is, the FWA think that now that her and LaLa are not friends, that we will start financially supporting her. Red yes, blue no.
Let me ask y'all this question though.
We were going to start financially supporting her now that she's not fooling with LaLa no more. Did you think the floodgates was going to open and they were just going to drop a big ass bag on her and support her? Now let's run it back to the 25 platforms that's over here. And I didn't even name that one. It's 25 black creators on this side. Respectfully. You mean to tell me she said, fuck all y'all, fuck all your supporters. I'm standing with LaLa.
Hold on, Bella. This is the funny part. So friends with arraignments. Shout out to Ash B. She said that Lala was supporting her platform and Lala was helping her, and we thinking that Lala's dropping a bag. Lala told us that she only gave friends with assaults $52.37, 4 hand hearts, and 3 heart puffs. What the fuck is that? Does she consider that support?
Well, friends with ankle monitors, shout out to Private. She thinks like white tea supremacy wants you to think that black people don't tip and white people do. So that's what she was thinking. She was thinking that she had a cash call in LaLa when LaLa said herself, "I'm not giving you shit."
That's what I
I have a
said.
quick question though. Do we think that FWA deserves a fair trial? If she's guilty or innocent or whatever, she deserves a fair trial. That's meaning she deserves a lawyer. So as her friend, I will be still supporting her as her friend, and hopefully the justice system gives her whatever she deserves. But she still deserves a fair trial. And that
Okay,
means
so by law drop, yes, she deserves a fair trial. You might have to come back, Retina. It's still spinning. By law, she's supposed to have a fair trial. But again, all I can think about is my son, and the way I see it, you don't deserve shit. You didn't even get to deserve to come on this app and threaten people like we was the ones that put you in that predicament. Oh yeah, so now y'all know I ain't all talk, fuck around and find out. I don't play about my kid. So you don't get to do none of that drop. And then like, oh yeah, you deserve a lawyer, but if she feels like she do not agree with what she did, if she has a change of heart, do she not have the right to have that thought? If she feel like what she did was wrong, does she not have the right to say, you know what?
That's a
All
good
in all,
question.
I'm supporting her. I'm just saying, I'm supporting what she did. I'm condoning she went to another person's house 3 in the morning. She had time to think. She had time to wake up. She woke up the rest of the people in the house to load them up in the car. She had time to do all of that. Do I really want to put money and support this?
but the only
And y'all
problem
know
is-
it's always going to be fuck LaLa. But if her conscience said, you know what, even the person that truly fuck with her, she's coming down on me. It's fuck me now, and I'm over here telling people to rally behind you.
we don't
what's
know
not
all
in the
the
screen
we
is
don't
the
know
letter.
all the facts actually, Bella. We're putting in our opinions like you have
No.
stated.
Okay, so drop. You said to the facts. Let's speak directly to the facts.
But we don't know it, Bella.
According to FWA words, shout out to the vloggers. The facts are, we saw the video of what happened before FWA got there, yes or no?
But Bella, if you let me finish.
I know you said speak to the facts. So this right now to the facts. For the people on the other side of TikTok that's catching this story going to turn into a series. Facts only drop, yes or no? Did we see the video of what happened before FWA got
We do
there?
not know what her daughter told her though. So that's the point. We don't know all the facts. So it's not fair for us to speak up here as if we know the facts. Because one thing that I learned when I went to jury duty is people who can stand and be a witness sometimes get it differently. It depends on which side of the view that you have. So
Drop.
it's
The
not
man was
fair
turned
for us
around.
to
That's it.
say-
Ain't no way around it. It was in the back. Ain't no way that he was a threat at any point. When you
Like I
put somebody in the
said,
He
back.
could have thrown a rock at her or a brick at her at first.
right.
But that ain't neither here nor there. Listen,
He could have pew-pewed at her and started to take off running. We do
Ain't
not
nobody say none of
know
that.
the facts. So let's stop talking that we putting our
Correct.
opinion on this woman's
listen.
life
I have
when it's
another
not
question.
facts.
So no. So hold, stay right there, Jen. So we don't know if he might have aimed at her, but somehow she's the only one with the charges. Don't make me get away
But
from
then
the phone.
again, you have to realize. Then again, Bella, you have to realize he probably didn't know she had a strap on her, right? So he could have been charging her thinking she was didn't have a weapon, and then all of a sudden she pulled out something, and he turned around and she had already pressed the trigger. You just
stay
don't
right
know.
there, Candy.
She's the
So
victim?
one moment.
Y'all was just saying that this lady was a pew pew and
No.
No,
Because
but
if we gonna talk, no. If we gonna talk about the facts drop, so then did she not have a hearing? Did she not have a meeting, a conference? Did she not have a conference and they determined, you know what, we're still going to push this forward. We believe we have enough evidence to believe that we're going to keep these charges. Is that or is that not a fact? Did they drop the charges, yes or no?
Preliminary hearing. Yes, she had a preliminary hearing. There is evidence. So now it's all about the evidentiary hearing. She's going to need letters, not just from family. She's going to need people who know her. So even though LaLa's letter was never read out in court, if nobody else that's outside of her family sent a letter, the court needs letters. Letters are important. People need to understand that.
So misunderstood, because you know I love you. But respectfully, and I'm keeping my composure, y'all want people to go to the courthouse and fucking lie. Y'all want people to take their pen and paper and fucking lie for this lady? Y'all want her? No.
I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that.
No, so
so crazy in here.
No, y'all want people
We don't know her.
to take time out of their day to write a letter for people. She says she don't even fuck with the blacks, so she want letters from the whites. She don't want them from us. It's clear. She do not want the letters from the blacks. She wants from the whites only.
This is not.
Are we going to keep it a buck here? Are we really going to keep it a buck here? Her letters from white. Letters from white.
The fact that
making the point that I was trying to make. My point was
letters from the whites are more powerful in court. We're not even going to sit here and play. We're not going to sit here and play as blacks. Letters from the whites are more powerful in court.
What are you talking about? They don't know the color of the person by the name on the letter.
I understand what you're saying, but they show up to court as well, so let's stop playing. Okay, you're going to write a letter, you're going to show up, you're going to testify about the character to her in court in front of everybody. So, okay, great, they don't know it at first, but let's be real. Mary Kate and Ashley damn sure don't sound like Boonquisha Johnson. Shut the fuck up, stop it.
All of our names are not like that. I'm sorry, y'all mama did y'all wrong with y'all names, but all of our names are not like that. That's
I was going to say,
what?
Okay, can we reel this back into the case at hand? This is about friends
I was trying to make a point that how can LaLa turn her back on a friend that needs her in the time of need? Because none of us, not even LaLa, know the facts. I can feel that it's wrong, but I'm still going to wait till I hear all the facts to cut off a friendship with somebody that I call a
did we
friend.
not have a conversation about yes men? If she feel like her friend was wrong, do she not have the right to say, I fuck with you, but this right here, I'm telling you, I can't be a part of this. I wish you well, but this was wrong. I can't support this. How is she still not a friend at that point?
Because she doesn't know the facts to know if it's wrong. That's the point that I'm making. Bella, why are you sitting up here and acting like you know the facts of the case? You don't. You know,
drop.
Wait, just real quick. What I do know is that they have enough evidence to not dismiss the charges. Even LaLa had enough sense to say, oh, they must believe that the shit that they charging her with, if something's going to stick, I can't support this. Hollow Tips was put in his back. I ain't supporting that.
But Bella, that's the thing, though. We're not gonna act like
take down another black person. They don't care about black people. One black person could be in the grave and they gonna take the other one down. Do you know how many innocent black people go to prison?
I'm not supporting that case.
But Bella, we can't even say that. Hold on, because remember when this first
you're
came out?
charged don't mean that you're not innocent. There are innocent black people getting released every day in this country.
To it though.
So just because you go all the way to sentencing don't mean you're not innocent.
Popping somebody in the back is innocent?
I said just because you go all the way to sentence, I don't know. I don't know the evidence. I don't know all the evidence
to be guilty. What are we doing here?
Please. So one fact, real quick. Everybody hear me clearly. There's one fact that we can attest to. She had time to think. They do not live across the street from one another where she got the call and she just went running out the house next door. She had time to think. That is a fact. And that is going
Bella,
to be
Bella, I'm going to say this.
That is a fact.
Now, Bella, I'm going to say this. At the end,
time.
But Bella, we are not a psychologist, right? We do not know the mindset that she was in. She might have been in distress. She
Period.
might have been so
She had
mad.
time.
She could have been
That's it.
enraged, and that could have been
She
the
Okay,
end
had
Candy.
of
time
all.
to think.
We can't say that,
Candy, let me
Bella.
give you the
We
benefit of the
cannot.
doubt.
No.
Okay, Bella, give me a second. But Candy, let me give you the benefit of the doubt, right? Let's say that that's the fact. That in that moment, she was so mad, she was so enraged, she just da da da, and she did it. Cool, no problem. She was she wasn't in the right state of mind, right? Cool. So after 5 days sitting in there eating bologna sandwiches, not showering, and handing out your coochie for a honey bun, you came to the app and was like, "See, if y'all fuck, you had time to calm down since then.
Right.
But you
So
still on this bitch telling us that if we fuck around, we gonna find out."
then
So no.
again,
But
right?
again, hold on, let me finish. And on
Go
top
ahead.
of the fact, moving on past that, because we got to go back to LaLa. If y'all remember when this shit first popped off, LaLa was on a world tour and everybody panel, including Braid, saying, no, she told me what really happened on the back end. She really was trying to protect her daughter, and y'all would do it too. And I know the whole story. She's not going to tell you after the whole story. And she was on this whole world tour about how that's her friend, right? Now, when she called you a bitch, now all of a sudden it senses act of violence. No, bitch, you a fake ass bitch.
Well, Jen, then again,
Whoa.
right? You could be correct about that part, right? Saying that, like, okay, she was enraged, she drove out there, did what she had to do, and then come on the app and popping off to y'all, right? Including myself. I mean, listen, I don't know, because
Okay, so let me help y'all out with something real quick. So let me help y'all for those who've seen this movie, Boys in the Hood. Let's take it back to that scene. So Candy, you got one more time. Now listen. Remember on Boys in the Hood, he hopped into the car. He wanted to avenge his friend. His friend gets unalived. Did that not happen? Hey, R.P. to Ricky and them. All right? Let's focus on the way. He's pissed off. He's upset. He's angry. But when he got into that car and they cruising and they riding, he had time to think. Let me out. I said, let me out. He got out the car. He had time to think. And he wasn't even the one driving. But he said, look, let me out. He didn't even have control of the vehicle. She had time. Ooh, I'm mad as shit.
Bella, that's a
She
good
had time.
That's a movie. That's a movie, Bella. I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying.
She had time to pull over and turn around. Even if she didn't want to turn around, she had time to pull over. She had time.
She could have told her,
time.
I'm
not
5
trying to
minutes
hear
away,
it.
bring your ass
She
outside.
had time.
You could have told her daughter, I'm 5 minutes away, bring your ass outside.
Ooh, I'm not trying to
She
hear it.
grabbed a weapon, she got her kids, she got a sandwich
She
and a
had
cold pop.
time.
What Bella is speaking to is called free will. It's called free will. She had the opportunity to turn around. Regardless of what y'all are saying, y'all are speaking to the existing thing in that moment. She's speaking to premeditation. She could have then went back home. Y'all are trying to conflate two things that are just not synonymous. That's why y'all bumping heads. That's how
I don't know how the brain works. Like, some people just black out, and they can black out for
I
a very
just
long
want y'all to
time.
know that it's not against the law.
I really don't know how the brain works.
Kenny, I don't think that Bella's negating what you're saying, that people are impulsive. I think what she's saying is, again, two things can exist. She could have took her tail home. That's what she's saying.
Also,
You like, but niggas be popping up. But niggas be popping. We know that already. But what she's saying is she could have took her tail home. And both of y'all are right.
So
but
pew
Candy,
pewing
you also
somebody in the
saying
back
that
is
she
not
needs
a
psyche
blanket.
valve. Is what you're saying also, Candy, right? You're saying that now her attorney should be asking for a psyche valve because of that
She definitely
momentary.
needs a psyche valve.
I saw earlier, I said, that sound like somebody with the state of mind. She's on here saying, aha, I threw y'all scent off. I said she's worried about the wrong shit. I said that. What's up?
So was she in the right state of mind when she was when she had the pew pew at the content house?
Can we say this, that
Well,
pew
she
pewing
did get
somebody
Rex
in the back?
prior.
Pew pewing somebody in the back is not a blanket against the law. That's not what it is.
That's true.
Something. So we need to stop acting like, oh, she Pew pew it in the back. 98% of the people charged with crimes in America plea them out. So they took that and gonna stand on it to see if she will plead it out first before they do anything with the charges. Anything. So
Prince
we
AR
gotta
knew what
stop
she was
just
doing.
saying that, oh, she's guilty because she didn't move like we should think she should have moved. That's not what the law says. That's our opinions.
All right,
So
well,
that's why I said we're not speaking facts.
we gonna replay this clip when she gets sentenced, and I'm gonna see what you got to say about that. But my thing is, can we go back
What I
to?
gotta say about it is let the justice system do its work, and we stop acting like a fake court is a real one. We
That shit
don't
don't
know
work
all
all
the
the
facts.
time.
So,
Can we go back to Lala?
Let's get this
Right?
shit.
Can we go back to the Mayo Mayonnaise Coalition?
Okay. So real quick, we know we are not the real courts, respectfully. None of us would do no shit like that. None of us will put ourselves in a position to pop somebody in the back, come up with a bullshit ass story just to find out that the daughter's story is exactly what happened. But
Bella, I can't say I wouldn't.
I can't say I wouldn't either. I can't say I wouldn't do
Say
that.
I wouldn't, Bella. I
can't say
really
that. I'm
can't
sorry.
say I wouldn't.
I just wanted to remind you guys, I don't know if it was Nosy or Erica played a clip last weekend when FWA got live and had fake tears saying that she had to get rid of Lala to get support from Messy Talk and then told Messy Talk to fuck off. There is that recording floating around about that. And second and third, has anybody looked to see if her current husband or her daughter has any charges as of recent? Has that even been looked into?
No, ain't that y'all?
What'd you just say?
Right. Do you have an answer? Do you know?
No,
What did you
I
just
was
say?
just I was just thinking about it because I've said earlier about that the rest of that phone call with the daughter, right? None of us know what it says, which could determine a lot in the case. So I was just curious if the daughter has gotten charged with anything recently or her current
She probably
husband.
looked that shit up. We don't know.
We don't know, but I tell you this, Bella, if a man smack me and I'm strapped and he walking away and he think he finna get away with it, being a DV survivor, I'm pew pewing him in the back.
Clock
So
in.
I'm never gonna say what I'm not going to do if I'm not put in that situation. Somebody could be whipping one of my kids' ass. I walk out the house and they walking away. I'm pew pewing them in the
Clock
back.
in.
It's Detroit is a stand your ground state. Michigan is a stand your ground state.
you
So I'm
going to
standing my ground. I don't have a right. I don't have to retreat.
And you going to jail.
Okay, but those examples you just gave was something was actively going on right then and there. Also, can we go back to Lala and FWA?
We don't know
But
what was going on, so you're making my point.
but
That's
but
Right.
this
Then
is
it
but
ain't because
hold
y'all said
on,
y'all
but
wouldn't.
hold on, but this is the thing. Shooting somebody in the back or pew-pewing somebody in the back would be considered like they were trying to get away. So that's
It
gonna be
all
tough to
depends
fight.
how the law interprets it, right? Once
It's
again,
not how they interpreted it.
yes, it
Getting
does.
pew-pewed
Because
in the back is
once again, the court's job, right? A lawyer's job is to paint a picture, right? To make the juries believe that what they're saying is believable, right? Regardless of what the facts is, a jury could be persuaded, like, you know what? Her defense attorney is actually correct. And regardless of what the evidence have proven in front of y'all with the prosecutor, they could go against what the prosecutor is saying, even though the evidence is 100% correct. They could say, you know what? The defense attorney is making sense. I'm going to go with that. And she's innocent. So that's the whole point of a lawyer, is to persuade the jury to believe what they're saying, and what the facts of what they're saying is correct, and whatever the facts that the prosecution is saying is false.
That's
Can
not
everybody
what we just
hold
said.
on? Can we
Y'all not listening
as a
to
collective
hold on.
remember?
Y'all are not listening to each other. Y'all are speaking. Y'all are speaking off impulse at this point, because what Arby's just said was the court is going to look at whether or not the person was going towards a threat or the opposite of the threat. Kenny, you're speaking.
not what they're gonna look at.
But you're speaking
Alex.
to. But you're speaking to
Alex, no, I
persuasion.
didn't. I answered
Girl,
his
I
question.
was listening.
All right, so Candy, I'm gonna tell you right now. We let you slide yesterday. We let you slide yesterday.
Well, Bella, nobody let me slide any day, so you could drop me. Have a good day.
Oh, you ain't gotta tell me twice. All right. You need to allow everyone to have discord. Everybody needs to have discord, okay?
Damn, what I
We're
missed?
not the only one that wants to be heard. But thank you for your time.
so what I was saying was, you know, hitting somebody in the back like that especially if nothing's going on. That's going to be hard to fight, bro, because that's going to any judge, jury, that's going to look like they was trying to get away. That's
That's
point
not
blank
true.
period. Yes, it is. Point blank period.
What the court is
And-
gonna look at
hold on, hold
is the
on.
But
prison
let him finish his
supposed to
thought.
do. Okay.
Let him finish his thought.
Unless when she got there, something was happening